from 1A Auto, and today I have a 2011 Ford Fiesta in the shop, and I'm going to show you how to remove the wiper motor. If you need any parts for your car, click on the link below and head on over to 1AAuto.com. Take off the plastic mounting covers to the wiper arm nuts. Set those aside. 15mm wrench. I like to hold on to the wiper arm and bring that right up. Break both of them free. They're both 15mm wrench or socket. Now to get the wiper arm off the regulator, bring the arm up. Now you have the leverage point. You can rock this back and forth and pull up at the same time. There we go. You might have to shut the hood to get the passenger because I can't bring the arm up. So just bring the hood down. And do the same thing. Now there's 6 of these clips that go straight across. Then we got to remove those. I just take a flathead screwdriver or a pry bar and just bring back towards you. So up on the top here where it meets the windshield, the rubber seal that comes down, it just basically pops in there. So you just need to grab the seal itself, and it's got a little rubber hook on it. You're going to lift that up on both sides. Now you can lift your top of your cover right up. It's going to have the windshield seal. Let's see if we can get that off. There we go. For the regulator, there's 3 mounting bolts. There's one in the center and 2 on each side. The center one is a 10mm socket, and the 2 outers are an 8mm. Back that right off. Then I'm going to take an 8mm and take these off. So to take the bottom shroud off, we're going to disconnect the little clip here. Push that hose out of the way. Now there's 2 mounting bolts. Now that my window regulator is, wiper regulator is floating around, there's one there, 10mm head socket, and then one on the other side. So we're going to break these free. There's another mounting bolt that I just found underneath here. So we're going to loosen up, take the actual bolts for the headlamp out assembly, and just slide it forward so we can get to that. So a T30 Torx bit to take the 3 mounting screws out. Remove this one plastic body clip, pull up on it, take the bottom part out. Now you grab the actual headlight assembly and slide it forward. You got a dowel pin of the plastic clip in here. There we go. Now we can access this. It's a 10mm socket. I'm going to do the same thing. We did the same to the other side, and we can lift this bottom shroud out, get it right out of the way. You can grab the actual wiper regulator, slide it forward, flip it around, and you get to that electrical connector. I'll just put that right in there. Hear the click, slide that out. 13mm socket, and I'm going to break the wiper motor nut free from the arms. See if I can do this without a vise. No. So you don't want this regulator to move. You want to try to keep it as steady as possible. So I'm going to take a 1-inch wrench. You could use a pair of locking pliers, something. You just want to hold that regulator arm while you break this mounting nut free. So I'm going to take a hammer and I'm just going to tap it free. See if I need to pry up on it. There we go. Move that arm aside. And I've got 3 mounting bolts for that motor. And it's a T30, so I'm going to use a socket. Break that free. So you're going to take all 3 mounting bolts out, T30. Once you've got those out of the way, just grab the actual regulator and the motor comes right off. And now to just reverse procedure, basically to mount it. Make sure that arm's out of the way. It can only be mounted one way. The 3 cutout holes are symmetrically placed properly. Hand start all 3 of these. Make sure they're centered properly. Don't cross thread. Pretty easy when it's aluminum. Cross threading is pretty common. It's T30. Snug them down. If you have a vise at home, you can use it to hold this steadier, but just pay attention that this is aluminum, so make sure that you don't crank on it too hard because you could crack it. That would be an unfortunate event. So now I'm just going to take my socket and really tighten these down. Now we can put our arm back on, and it's in the same location, which is the way you want it, as it was when I took it off. Put the nut back on. .13mm socket. Snug it down. I was fortunate enough to have a 1-inch wrench, and that's about the size of that cutout. Doesn't have to be too tight. It's got the splines on the motor, but I just want to make sure it's not going to come off. There we go. Now we're ready to take my connector and reconnect it to the wiper motor. I want to line up the tab, the lock tab, the tab on the motor. Squeeze it till you hear it click. Now I can place that right back down inside. There's a rubber bushing right here, and if you look back in there, there's a rubber guide right there for the rubber bushing right in there. So you want to make sure you place that right in that position. I can't see. There we go. Kind of guided it right there. Now we're going to install the bottom shroud. It's going to go underneath the wiper regulator and motor. That's why I didn't bolt that down yet. Get that mirror out of it. Okay. Those holes are all lined up. I'm going to go check the other side. Yep, pretty much fell right in place. Nice. There are clips underneath here. You can see them. They go right on the pinch rail. The screw right that goes on the lip underneath the headlamp. I'll put that one in first. Start that by hand. Then I'm going to go over to the other side, put this exact same one in. Then you have two on the same side, one here and one over under the wiper motor. Now we can tighten these all up. Mount the wiper regulator. Two short ones go on the outer, and the larger one goes right in the center. $8mm socket. I'm going to snug up the two outer mounting bolts. And then get my 10mm and put the center one in. Now we're going to put the headlamp assemblies in, and this rib right here has to go under the front bumper cover, so just like that. And make sure you put this tab in the back of the ear of the assembly right in that square hole. Line everything up. These have 3 bolts with a T30 head to them. So I'm going to put the tab right in and line up the cutout, push it down. I'm going to repeat this process on the other side to put that lamp together. Now it's time to put the vent shroud on. And just basically line it up. Let's put this hose on before we forget. And by we, I mean me. On the edges, you line that rubber piece up. It's got that tab right here that's going to fall right into there. Just push it down. Do the same to the other side. Now we're going to put in those 6 metal clips that go across. And they simply just have little teeth that grab them, so make sure your plastic's together, lined up right, and just push it on with your thumb. Now that all the shroud is together, we're going to close the hood and put the wiper arms back on. Okay, put the passenger on first. Basically, you're going to line that up. Let that fall down right where the actual nice little dirt line is, right there. I'm going to put the nut on, the regulator. I reopened the hood to put the driver's one on. I guess if I was thinking that through, I would have put the driver's one on before I closed the hood. Make sure it's parallel with the bottom of the glass. And put the nut on. $1mm socket or wrench. I like to grab the wiper arm and hold it flat. And you just want this to be enough tension to snug it down. The window wiper regulators are very, they can strip very easily. So don't use an air tool, and just pay a little mind to the strength that you're going to use. Now we're going to put the caps on. Close the hood, and I'm going to try it out. Make sure that everything works.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1AAuto.com, your place for DIY auto repairs, for great parts, great service, and more content.